Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, it's Dave. It's nearly Easter. Yes, that's good news, isn't it? So it's Thursday afternoon, it's Yoga 108. Yoga 108, 108, that's a good number in yoga, actually. I won't go into that today because I could talk about that for a long time. But yeah, fantastic stuff. You know, when you have like mala beads have 108 beads on them, and then in the middle of the mala bead, I'm just looking if I've got one around. I haven't got one around. It has something called the guru bead. So in the middle, something called the guru bead, and then the guru bead is when you go all the way around, and then you get to this bigger bead in the middle, and that's the 108th bead, and then you can start again. And a lot of people use them when they meditate, you know, when they count and they meditate and they're getting into their breath. Sometimes they use these malas, which have got 108 beads on them. You know, you see the guys and women when you go over to like places like Turkey and the Middle East and Greece, and you know, they're swinging their beads around. 108 on there, everyone. So yeah, I'm glad that it's 108th class. Divine alignment, everyone. So we're going to do a nice class today. It was pretty chilled out last week, wasn't it? It was because I was at Space to Breathe, and then I was just lying in the sun and I was enjoying myself so much. I didn't really do a lot, or we didn't do a lot, but sometimes those more restorative classes can be really replenishing, can't they? So we'll do a mixture today. We'll do a bit of everything. We'll get into the breath a little bit, and we'll probably use a couple of powerful breaths. We'll do some dynamic movements. And when I mean dynamic, I just mean we move in and out of postures, but just work to wherever you are today. Never push it. And you know that you get a nice varied class with me. And that's what it'll be like today. All right. So I think we're ready to go. Hi to Irene. Hi to Jane. Thank you for joining. Anyone else up and down the country, say hi. And then we'll get into this. So I'm going to move my camera just a little bit, and then I'm going to sit back. We're going to start with some nice, simple, easy breath. So sit up nice and tall. This bit here, if you want to sit up against a wall, you know, if you want to sit in a chair, you can do that here. If you're down here on the floor with me, bring your feet out and then just drop your knees to either side. Just a little bit of movement. Lean back into the hands and just move your legs any way that feels good. If you want to bring your legs out and give them a shake like this, you can do that. So remember, you don't have to move exactly how I move. We all move differently, right? But if something that I'm doing, you think, ugh, I don't want to do that, then don't do it. Do something else, or lie down and just feel free to kind of work into your own yoga practice. It's a suggestion, right? All right, come back to center. So either sitting in a chair, either sitting up against something, or in this beautiful yogic position like I am. Lengthen the spine and shoulders relaxed. Jackie's window cleaner's just come. Damn. Carry on doing your yoga, Jackie. Don't worry about your window cleaner. All right. Left hand will be on the left knee. Right hand will be used, and you'll block off the thumb with the right thumb. You'll block off the right. You'll block off the right nostril with the thumb, the right thumb, and you block off the left nostril with the little finger or the ring finger, or you can bring both of them together. So you can do that kind of thing. Tuck the other fingers in. And you say you just move side to side. All right. Don't worry about the mudra too much. This is called Nadi Shodhana, and it's a balancing breath, breathing in and out of the left and the right nostril. So block off your right nostril, sit nice and tall. Take a deep inhale through the left. And then close off the left with the ring or the little finger, or both those fingers together. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right. A full exhale through the left. So we've got a nice rhythm here. So inhaling through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off right. Switch. Exhale left. Eyes can be closed or the gaze is soft. Inhale left. Close off left. Exhale right. Keep the inhales and the exhales about the same length. Inhale right. Close off right. Exhale left. One more time. Inhale through the left. Close it off. Switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off right. Final time. Exhale through the left. And then just bring your right hand down onto your right knee, palms face up. Take a couple of breaths here. Really nice, everyone. Maybe keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft. Notice any changes. Maybe there isn't much. Maybe it's subtle. And then if your eyes are closed, just flutter them open really gently. Beautiful, everyone. And the thing we do there is we balance the left and the right side of the brain. So we think about left side as calming, neutralizing, rest, digest, that sort of stuff. And then right side is activating. And a lot of us sort of spend more time in this right side of the brain than this left side. So we're just trying to balance that energy out. For me, I've had a busy morning, busy afternoon, and I'm straight into the yoga, and it's nice just to get onto your mat and then feel into the body and notice how your breath feels, right? That's one of the most important things, that we bring attention to the breath without too much stress. And then we set the breath up in this beautiful rhythm. And then as we move through our asanas, the physical postures, we're already connected to the breath and we're aware, and we feel balanced and energized in a nice way. All right, so I'm going to move back just a little bit, not a lot. I'm not going to go onto my mat yet. If you're up against the wall or if you're sat in a chair, come down to the floor if you can. You can also do this in the chair with your knees just by the side, either side of each other. Bring your hands onto your knees. Inhale the chest forward. Exhale around your spine. So just get into that rhythm. This is called Sufi grind, and it's a really nice way to kind of warm up the hips. Breathe deep down into the spine. For me, I feel it in my back, my lower back more than anywhere. And you just begin to match movement with breath. So inhale as you come forward, exhale as you come back. And maybe the breath is got a little bit of intention in there. So it's like this. And obviously go at a speed that feels good for you. Think about your navel. Tuck your navel in towards your spine. So you just suck your belly in just a little bit. Keep nice and relaxed through the jaw. Maybe turn the corners of your mouth up just a little bit. Inhale, come back to center. And then swap it out. New movement. So when we go back the other way, we begin to move the spine in the opposite direction. So just be gentle. And then maybe you get into it a little bit more. Nice, powerful breath. Beautiful. Couple more. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Right, I'd like you to do this. Lean back into the hands again. Bring your feet out. Same thing as we did at the start. Drop the knees to either side. Little bits of movement here. Nice. Beautiful. And then see if you can come with the other shin in front. I'm not sure if I've done that. Let me have a quick look. I'm going to swap my legs out. I think I was the opposite side. So now we're going to do a little bit of lateral movement, side to side. So the sides of the body, and the side ribs and into the side of the hips, they can become quite tight. So this is a really nice way to move them, but be gentle. I'm going to make myself a little bit of room. So we're going to do this. We're going to flatten the left palm down. You're going to inhale here. So that's inhaling to the left. And then exhale, swap to the right. So that's your movement. Inhale left. Just follow me with the movement if you feel like you can. Exhale right. 2 more times. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. And exhale right. And then just hold this left hand up. Just bending over to the right hand side. Try and keep your hips kind of neutral so you don't do this and everything begins to lift. Press your sit bones down into the floor. This is not about how deep you can come into this stretch. You want to feel this kind of length down the left hand side of your body. You can bend into the elbow. You can come down on the forearm, whatever feels good. Bend into the top arm. Place it behind your head. Lengthen it out, whatever feels good. I like to kind of keep it lengthened and then just tuck it by my ear. Take one more deep inhale. Find length from the hip right up to the fingertips. And then as you exhale, simply swap it out. So right arm up, over to the left. Feel that deep stretch down the right-hand side. Inhale, find length. Exhale, just bend a little bit deeper. Maybe bend into the left elbow. You can come down low. You might stay a little bit higher, whatever works for you. Stay connected to your breath. Deep inhales. Full releasing exhales. Do one more like that. Your deepest inhale. And then your fullest exhale. And then we're going to go back to that side-to-side movement. So inhale, exhale. So inhale left, exhale right. And hopefully you can move a little bit quicker. But remember, it's not about the speed. But if you want to make it a little bit more dynamic and you're in and out with the breath, inhale left, exhale right. So a nice energizing breath. Two more either side. Top arm comes down, whichever one was lifted. Press the fingertips into the floor, so you really lengthen out through the arms. Nice deep inhale here. And a full exhale. One more like that. Deep inhale. And a full exhale. Beautiful. Bring the legs out again. Give them a little shake. Do whatever you want to do. Maybe you lengthen them out and just massage into the, what are those called? They're called calves, aren't they? The shins, the calves. Back to the legs. Maybe give the legs a little tap out. You can feel nice. Maybe a little massage into the feet. That can feel good as well. And stimulate the bottoms of the feet. Nice. And then we're going to do a couple more poses from seated. So again, if you want to swap out your shins, feel free. And then we're going to do this nice simple one. So a little bit like cat and cow, but we do it from seated. So the hands will rest quite lightly on the knees. This is your inhale. Not a lot of movement. You just lengthen the spine. Maybe open your throat and look up just a little bit. As you exhale, round deeply into the spine. Tuck your navel back towards the spine. Okay, so it's like seated cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. And the pelvis just rocks forward. It rocks back. Move with your breath. Inhale here. Spine elongates, heart lifts. Open the throat just a little bit. Exhale. Tuck the chin in, round the spine. You just move at a pace that feels good for you. A couple more. Inhale, come back to center. And then a full exhale. Nice, beautiful. Have a little shuffle about. Make sure you're comfortable. And then if you want to do this sitting up against a wall, feel free. Or maybe up against your settee. Or maybe you want to do this in a chair. Just a little bit of movement in your neck. So find somewhere comfortable for your hands. We'll do a couple of things. Inhale, first of all, your head to the left. Really slowly. And then exhale your head all the way over to the right. There's your movement. Inhale left. Exhale right. Be nice and gentle. Inhale left. Exhale right. If it feels okay, then close your eyes. Kind of fully embody this simple movement, but always working cautiously with the neck. Never push it. Never do this fast. Sometimes the neck can feel okay, and then a couple of hours later, if you've moved it around, then you feel a little strain. So I always encourage people to be super cautious. This is not about speed or depth. It's just breathing into the body, breathing into the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. Nice. Bring your head back to center on an inhale. Take a full exhale. Nice. And then just begin to circle the head out. So I always think about the tip of my nose and then just draw circles with your nose. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center, and then just swap it out. Final movement we'll do here seated, and then we're going to come down onto our backs. That's where all the good yoga starts, right? Down on your back. Maybe do another 4 or 5 rotations. Breathe into any tight spots, any holding. Send the breath there. Inhale, come back to center. And then a full exhale. Nice. Right, I'm going to try and do this. How should I do this? I'm going to do it here, not on my mat. But if you guys have a mat, then come down onto your mat. And then hug your knees in towards your belly. And then just rock out a little bit on your spine. You know, really feel your tailbone. This is your rootedness. This is your groundedness, your connection to the earth. You know, kind of like breathe from your tailbone right up to the crown of the head, and bring any movements here that feel good. Maybe you just want to grab around the backs of the thighs. Maybe you go around the knees or the shins, whatever works for you. Beautiful. Nice. And then bring your soles of the feet down onto the floor. And then lengthen your legs out. Just check you can see what I'm doing here. So what I'd like you to do is this. I'd like you to stay on your heel and then actually do this. Bend back into your knees, otherwise it doesn't work like that. So your knees are bent, soles of the feet on the floor. This is how we do it, from the knees bent. Hands can be wherever you want. Lift out through your toes so the heel stays on the floor. And then just begin to bring the foot all the way over to the right-hand side. So you feel this right knee opens out. So we're just going to move like that. So the toes are lifted very slightly, the heel's on the floor. Inhale back to center. So a little external rotation of the hip. Exhale, bring that knee out. Keep the toes lifted, keep the heel on the floor. And then you just come onto the blade edge of your right foot. So now the right hip's quite open. Obviously move just to a degree that feels good for you. Inhale back to center. 3 more times on this side. Inhale, open out, lift the toes, keep the heel on the floor. Blade edge of the foot, the outer edge of the foot just touches. Exhale to center. So we've got the movement. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more like that. Inhale. And exhale back to center. Beautiful. Keep the left knee bent, sole of the foot on the floor, then hug the right knee in towards your belly. And then make a basket grip around the knee or around the shin. And then you can just guide the knee in circles. Maybe big circles, little circles, whatever works for you. Just bring a little bit of movement into this right hip. And then we're going to do reclined pigeon on this right-hand side. So cross the right foot over the left thigh. And you open this right knee out as much as you can. So you've got loads of choices. We'll just do this for a start. Let's do all of this together. Just use your right hand and push the right knee away. Nice. So you created like a number 4 shape.
and the right hand is on the right knee. You just lengthen out through the right arm, and then hopefully you feel something in the front of this right hip. Maybe you feel it in the side of the hip. So either staying here, or you can thread through the gap and make a basket grip around the left thigh, and then just settle in here. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. And if you need a little bit more intention, a little bit more juice in the pose, just push the left knee back against the right ankle just a little bit. And then breathe here. Deep inhales. Full exhales. One more like that. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Bring everything down onto the floor. Uncross the right foot. Nice. Hug both knees in towards your chest. And then just rock out a little bit on your spine. And then we're going to come into happy baby. So we're going to get into the inner hips here. So you've got a choice. You can go here around the backs of the thighs, or you can do 2 piece fingers around the toes, and then just pull the toes, pull on the toes, pull the knees down towards the floor. You can always just rock out a little bit side to side, whatever works for you. And it's kind of like a dual action. So you press the knees into the elbows into the knees, and that will help you widen the feet. But if you go around the backs of the legs, that's cool as well. Maybe around the backs of the knees, and just rock it out just a little bit. We'll keep this dynamic where we just move a little bit. Try and lengthen your tailbone down onto the floor. So you're kind of not like this. You're more like this. It's not about how low your knees. We're all different. Nice. Beautiful. Really great work. Ungather or release the toes. Bring both feet down onto the floor so the knees are bent. Beautiful. Nice. And then we're going to do the same thing. So lengthen out through the right leg, and then just lift out through the left toes. So the left toes are lifted, the heel is on the floor. Hopefully you can see that. You can't see that too much. There you go. I'll lift my leg and show you. So the left foot's like that. Okay, so heel on the floor, toes lifted. Inhale to center. Exhale, just drop that left knee right open to the left. So big external rotation of the hip. Inhale to center, keep the toes lifted. Place the hands where it feels good. Exhale, come over to the left, drop the left knee out, come onto the blade edge of the left foot, so the outer edge. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the knee out. A little bit of a movement here in this hip. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop it out. And do that 2 more times. Nice gentle movement. Inhale. Exhale, maybe even have a little look, see what's going on. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. And then you just inhale all the way back. Bend back into the right knee. And then hug the left knee in towards your chest. And then again, just begin to bring a little bit of movement in. Maybe a basket grip around the knee or the shin or the back of the thigh. And then just begin to make some nice circles. So lots of concentration here on the hip. Did this last week as well. And then you're going to cross the left foot over the right thigh. And then just push the left knee away with the left hand. Take a few breaths here, opening out through this left hip. You can close the eyes or just keep the gaze super soft. Breathe deeply. And then if you wanted to take it a little bit further, you can always thread through the legs, go around the back of the right thigh, hug that right knee in. Take a few nourishing breaths here. Deep inhales. Full exhales. Try and stay nice and relaxed through the shoulders as much as you can. Maybe a little rock on the spine. Beautiful. Take 1 more complete round of breath. As you exhale, slowly release. And then this time, unravel the left leg and then bring the feet so they're about hip width apart. And then lengthen out through the arms. So your arms are in line with your shoulders. Have a little wriggle through the shoulders. Make sure your spine feels good here. So really kind of press the tailbone Press every vertebra down into your mat. And then a little twist here. So inhale. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right. So the knees can be the feet can be quite wide. The knees are quite wide. But you're just dropping the knees over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale the knees over to the left. And you can begin to turn the head in the opposite direction. So the knees to the left, the head to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Head turns to the left. We've done a little bit of work into the neck, so just be cautious, make sure it feels all right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left, head to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. 2 more times. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to the right. 1 more time, either side. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale to the center, knees to the right, head to the left. And then 1 final time. Inhale all the way back in. Hug the knees right into your belly, and then maybe bring your forehead up towards your belly. Squeeze everything in, make yourself into a little ball. And I'll give you a choice. You can roll to one side, or you can grab around the backs of the thighs, and you can roll all the way up, and then come to an all fours position on your mat. I'm going to go there for the first time. I'm going to move my mat just a little bit forward. So make any adjustments that feel good. And then stack your knees right underneath your hips. And then spread out through your fingertips. All right, everyone. Here we go. So we've already done some cat-cows. We'll do that again. Maybe tuck the toes under for this one. Inhale, drop your belly down. Lift your head and your heart. Exhale, round your spine. So you've got the same movement, but maybe from this more traditional all fours position. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So just get into that nice simple movement. Couple more times. This wave-like motion, a lovely way to move the spine. Inhale, come back to center, and then take a full exhale. Nice. And then I'd like you to lengthen out through the right leg. Nice. Just press into the toes. Then bring the right knee back in, lengthen out through the left leg. Press into the toes. Feel that activation all the way through that left leg. Then come back to center. Now we're going to do a little dynamic movement. So I'll show you what it looks like. Do 1 complete round. So you're going to inhale, right leg out, lift the left arm, and come into a twist. As you exhale, bring that left hand down, lengthen out through the right, and then your inhale comes here. All right. So you just move in and out. So you're inhaling up, and then exhale, inhale, exhale. Swap it out. Inhale, left leg back, right arm up. Exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Sorry, left arm up, right arm back. Now I'll talk you through that one more time. Inhale, left leg back, right arm up. Exhale. Inhale, right leg back, left arm up. All right, keep moving like that, side to side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. A little twisting movement. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale, exhale. Wherever you are, 2 more either side. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Here's my final round. Come back to center. Take a deep inhale from all fours. Full exhale. 1 more like that, but exhale through the mouth. So nice deep inhale. Full exhale. Split the knees wide. Bring the big toes together. And then come into a child's pose. Let the forehead come down onto the floor. Remember, you can always do this and bring the head onto the hands. You can make fists, or if you've got a block or a pillow or a cushion, place your head there. Take a few nourishing breaths. Maybe keep a little bit of movement in the body. When you're ready, come back to center. And then from here, we're just going to come into a little bit of flow. So the body should feel probably not so warm, but nicely kind of moved into and warmed up. So now we'll use all of that just to bring some nice breath and flow into our body. So tuck the toes under, lift your hips, come into downward facing dog. Keep your knees nice and bent. Lengthen out through your spine. And then just pedal your legs out. Forward, backwards, whatever works for you. Inhaling and exhaling as you go. Nice. When you're ready, get really springy in your knees. You're going to step to the top of your mat. I just step my right and then my left up, but you might do it in a few steps. Beautiful. Grab opposite elbows or onto the forearms or onto the triceps or onto your shoulders, whatever works for you. And then just dangle here in a standing forward fold. You can always bring your hands down. So you've got loads of options. Bring the weight into your toes and then just move any way that feels good for you. You know, slowly getting into the backs of the legs, into the spine. We've done loads of work in the spine so far, but the hamstrings have been neglected a little bit. So breathe into the hamstrings. When you're ready, with the hands dangling, so bring them down if they're not there already. Bend really deeply into the knees. Roll all the way up, come to stand, and then we'll find ourselves here in Tadasana. Beautiful, everyone. Nice work. All right, go nice and wide with the feet today. You know, so your feet are lined up, so they're like that. All right. As long as they're lined up the long edges of your mat, bring your hands to heart center. Okay. Sun salutations. 3 rounds of sun salutation A. Okay, so moving with the breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold in deep. Nice. Take an inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. So I changed my mind there. We'll do 2 more like that. Just want to kind of warm up with the breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Maybe just flutter the hands down. Nice. Press into the feet. Inhale, come all the way back up. Little bits of movement through the fingers. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more like that. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Flutter the fingertips all the way down. Nice. Have some fun. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll do a full sun salutation. All right. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to lengthen. Come up halfway, lengthen your spine. I like to come up on my knees. Sometimes a little bit higher. Sometimes you can be lower, whatever works for you. Exhale, hands down. Step 1 foot back. So there's a big step. Here comes the next step. Then take an inhale, lengthen into your plank. Nice. As you exhale, drop your knees and then lower all the way to the floor. Try and do that by keeping your elbows tucked in. So your elbows stay tucked in, the spine elongates, the chest comes through the hands. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Keep the elbows tucked in, so none of this, all this. Inhale, come up into your cobra. Nice. Exhale into your downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Your deepest inhale. Your fullest exhale. And then 1 more like that. Deep inhale. Maybe exhale through the mouth. Bend your knees, hinge your hips up between the hands. Gently bring yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale to come up halfway. As you exhale, fold in deep. Inhale, press into your feet, sweep the arms high, wide. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Flat back. Exhale, hands down. Step 1 foot back, then the other. Inhale to find length. Exhale to lower. Your choice. If you want to come down with the knees lifted, feel free like this, or drop the knees down. Come down as slow as you can. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale, do this, bend the knees, hinge the hips, look between the hands, bring yourself to the top of your mat, nice and slow. Inhale brings you back up to halfway. Exhale to fold. Press into your feet, root your eyes, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down. Step one foot back, then the other. Inhale here to find length. Exhale to lower. Either dropping the knees or lowering in one piece of the knees lifted. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Take a round of breath. So nice deep inhale. A full releasing exhale. Beautiful. Bring both knees down onto your mat. And then what I'd like you to do is lengthen out through the right leg. So the right leg is nice and long, press into the toes. Then turn the right toes out to the long edge of your mat. So you do that, you just turn the heel out. And then see if you can bring the left hand in the center of your mat. On your next inhale, sweep the right arm up and you just come into this adapted side plank. Nice. Lift it up through the right hand. Nice deep inhales, full releasing exhales. Take one more. Nice deep inhale. Roll the right shoulder back. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Back to all fours, and we just do that on the other side. So left leg is long. Press into the foot, first of all. Turn it out to the left. Bring the right hand in the center of the mat. Stabilize yourself. Inhale. Sweep up through the left arm. Deep inhales. Full exhale. One more like that. Deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Beautiful. Bring the left hand down. Come back to all fours. Split the knees wide. And come back into your child's pose. See how you feel now after a little bit of flow. A little bit of movement through the breath. Plenty of movement through the neck today, so you can always turn the head to either side. Whatever feels good for you. Breathe super deep though. And melt the heart center down towards the floor. Activate through the spine. So you kind of have that, I guess it's not rigidity, but a kind of intention through the spine. But then the belly and the heart space is really soft. Forehead is soft. And then feel free just to move a little bit side to side. Nice. All right. One balance. Press back to all fours. From here, lengthen out through the right leg. Point the toes down towards the floor. Maybe look down the whole length of that right leg. Lift out through the left arm if you can. So you either can stay with the right leg lifted and you're on both hands, or you can give yourself a little bit of challenge and lengthen out through the left arm. So it's right leg back, left arm forward. Take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, come back to center and then do that on the left leg. So maybe look down the left leg, maybe lengthen through the right arm. Stretch out through the right arm, stretch out through the left leg. Keep breathing. One more deep inhale. And then a full exhale. Come back to center. Beautiful. From here, tuck the toes under, come back into downward facing dog. This is the last one we're going to do. So notice how this one feels to probably how the first one felt. Nice work. And then walk the hands back towards the feet and then come to stand in a standing forward fold. Just at the back of your mat this time, and then just sway a little bit side to side. Notice how this feels. Breathing deeply. Deep inhales. Full exhales. Your deepest inhale. And your fullest exhale. Beautiful. Press into your feet. Roll all the way up. Keep the hands just dangling. And then come to stand. Really nice work, everyone. Okay, so we're going to do one more standing posture. Then we've got a little bit of time in Shavasana, and then you can get on with your day. All right, let me just check one thing here. Oh dear. Sorry about that, Lisa. So Lisa had a bit of a disaster with her cat and a mouse on her mat.
I'm glad it's clean now, though. All right, okay. So this is the final movement we're going to do. I can't concentrate now. All right, so we're going to do this thing. It's called breath of joy. I want you to be really careful with your spine because we're going to forward fold in quite a dynamic way. So nice and wide with the feet. Maybe turn the toes out a little bit and a big bend in the knees. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So that's one round. Okay, so inhale here. Exhale, hands down, inhale here, exhale, come into a forward fold. That's where you've got to be careful of your back. All right. So have a little wriggle, have a little jiggle, and then inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale. Powerful breath. And then on that final forward fold, you might want to do this. Out the mouth. Let it go. Three more. Final one. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands down, nice and slow. Arc them all the way down. Bring the hands to the face forward. Keep breathing here. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. Maybe bring the toes, the feet right underneath the shoulders. Press the feet down into the earth. Take a couple of rounds of breath. Notice the energy in your body. Beautiful. Then come to lie down on your mat and do that any way that feels good for you. If you want to go through one more flow, you want to go into downward facing dog and then lower your knees down, that's cool. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to hug my knees in. I'm going to just stabilize my spine. And then I'm going to, with a little bit of joy, relaxation, lengthen my legs out, bring your palms so they face up. Have a little wriggle around. Just a couple of minutes here in Shavasana, corpse pose. Just let all the amazing work you've done this afternoon integrate. And this is probably the only time you're going to give yourself the opportunity to be super still. Let everything settle. Let the bones just sink down into your mat, into the floor. And then from here, just a little bit of movement back into your body. Maybe start with your fingers and your toes, and then you can roll out through your ankles and your wrists. Maybe stretch the arms above the head, let them fall behind the head. Have a full body stretch before hugging your knees in towards your chest. Have a little rock out on your spine. And then nice and simple, just roll over to one side. Use the bottom hand as a pillow. Take a couple of breaths. Maybe close your eyes. Notice the effects of your practice. See how you feel. Press into your top hand. Spiral yourself all the way up. Come to a seated position where we started the class. Really great work today, everyone. Fantastic stuff. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit nice and tall. Maybe close your eyes. Notice the effects of your practice again. With a wholehearted bow, wish yourself well, wish everybody else well, and a happy spring break, Easter. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, Lisa, I'm really glad that you like those. I think they're really lovely. You know, the breath of joy, the paint the aura we do where we're in and out of those poses at the end. When we're nicely warmed up and your spine feels kind of mobilized, then I think they're great. And I think they're really good. We sometimes hold this stuckness in our body, emotional, physical, you know, emotional and physical stuckness. They kind of manifest in different ways, and they're all connected, right? We don't have like, you know, it's not all about, I've had a sore foot for about 18 months and I've been working with a physiotherapist body worker who's been working in my hip. And I'm like, wow, you know, there's so much tension in this left hip that manifests in pain in my left foot. So, you know, there's always something going on at a much deeper level. And I know that I have to use my breath and I have to kind of think about it neurologically as well, apart from it just being physical. So I like it, that kind of like movement where we in and out, then we can release some of this stuckness that we hold on to. And I think it's very important. And I think that's kind of one of the beautiful parts of yoga is that, you know, we're not just working on a physical level, we're working on physical, spiritual, emotional, whatever it is for you. And you can pick anything you want. You know, it doesn't have to be all things to one person. It can be, you know, lots of different things for different people. And we just, you know, we can pick whatever we need, like this, pick them. And I pick lots of different things, and we need different things at different times in our lives. So keep staying on your mat, you know, keep committed to your practice, wherever you practice, however you practice. Regular, steady, gentle practice can serve you so well. And try and do a little bit of yoga over the Easter holidays. If you're seeing a lot of family, you can be triggered, right? You know, even though we love our families, some of us do, some of us don't. It's different for everyone, isn't it? A bit. Sometimes we need a bit of time out. Do that. You know, Nadi Shodhana we did at the start. And if you need to go out and go, do some paint the aura. I think it's really good. All right. Love to you all back. And thank you so much for joining today. Thank you to the Royal Voluntary Service, the Virtual Village Hall, for providing such an amazing platform for all of this great content that they put out. Happy Easter to you all. I'll see you all next week. Look after yourselves. Love you. Namaste, everyone.